Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. Do your own research. I'm never going to reach out to you either in the comment section or through any other means to try to get you to invest in something that I'm investing in or to send me crypto. Some links underneath the video are affiliate links. I may earn a commission, but this is at no extra cost to you. Of course, do your own due diligence. How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. All eyes are on December 10 and December 15. There are two big dates that could have major effects on the market, on crypto. So we'll be going through that. Bitcoin is setting some higher lows and higher highs. We'll be going through that as well, showing some support around previous resistance levels. This is positive news. We'll be going through what you need to know right now, and we'll keep it short because honestly, it's a bit quiet here today, but there are a couple big things that you should know ahead of this coming week. If you don't mind, hit subscribe so you can see future videos. If you do want to trade crypto, I love trading crypto. I think it's a great way to get extra exposure to crypto with a small portion of your portfolio. Of course, you need to know what you're doing, but you can do it efficiently and effectively. If you want to check out the link tree underneath the video, you can sign up for BYDeFi with my link. You get access to these different, I shouldn't even call them trading competitions, but like trading giveaways. Basically, the more you trade, the more Bitcoin you get just for trading on the platform. On the platform, you can get up to $10,000 worth of Bitcoin in the next 8 days, just depending on how much you trade. So check that out underneath the video. Also, there's a link to my Telegram. As we can see, Bitcoin sitting right around $90,000. You can see we saw some support, like we wicked down to 88,000, but we mostly stayed right around 89,000 or so over the last day. And we're seeing some support, which used to be resistance right around this level, right around this $89,000 level. We had gotten rejected back on November 25th. So this is positive, right? We're seeing higher highs, higher lows. I want to continue to see us break down these prior resistances around 94,000, then eventually 98,000, which is where the 50-week is, then 100,000 as well. Right now, the funding rate is negative. So they're actually, shorts are paying longs to be in positions. You can see too that there are a lot of shorts. They're bound to get liquidated if we move up over the next 30 days, especially. You can see that here as well. If we start moving to that $100,000 range, there will be maybe some explosive moves there. Now, this week, right, we got positive PCE data. This was just yesterday. The core PCE came in lower than expected, while headline came in at expectations. This pretty much locks in a Fed rate cut. Keep in mind, about 96 hours or so before the next Fed rate decision. Obviously, all eyes will be on Powell. A lot of people will be looking to see what he's saying about the future, about the economy, not just whether they're cutting rates. No, they're going to try to dig in to see what they're going to do in the future. Keep in mind, right, even though this is a quarter point cut, the risk-free rate of return is around 4% right now. Inflation's around 3%, let's say. So the real return is like 1% if you use a treasury note or if you put money in a money market. Actually, a lot of money markets are like 3.5 or 3.75%. So let's say you have your money in a money market, 3.75%. Now it goes down to 3.5%, let's say. Well, your real rate of return went from 0.75 to 0.5, which again doesn't sound like that much, but that's a third of your return is gone now. So a lot of people will want to allocate money towards other assets, especially with more rate cuts coming. I mean, eventually this will get down to basically zero. The real rate of return will be zero if we're at 3% interest rates and 3% inflation. So as time goes on, people will reallocate and try to get into riskier assets that will provide actually some decent returns, like Bitcoin, like the S&P 500, risk on stocks, that kind of thing. Now, we have some other news throughout the week, but that's really the biggest thing, FOMC. We do have initial jobless claims on Thursday, and then wholesale inventories on Friday at 10 a.m. Also, I saw a lot of people talking about this. Actually, I saw someone say that everything changes for crypto on December 15. The SEC will hold a crypto roundtable on December 15. Bitcoin, Ethereum, surveillance, and privacy all in the discussion. It says here, December 15 could be a real catalyst. I think this is really positive that just the SEC is even talking about these things, but I don't think this is going to be like a massive game-changing date. Like this day, every single crypto is going to pump up and this is going to change crypto forever. I mean, again, it's a big step in the right direction that we're having these chats in the first place, and the SEC is talking about crypto. It's showing that, this is a legitimate asset class that takes time and needs to be nurtured or needs to be, looked at, right? I think that's positive, right? We need positive regulation, and there need to be rules, because otherwise companies won't innovate in America. Because if it's too much like gray area, then they don't want to take the risk on it, especially with how the SEC has been in the past with enforcement by regulation, or just by throwing out, Wells notices and suing companies and asking, fining them and all that kind of stuff. So this is positive. I don't think it's the game-changing event where it's going to be the biggest catalyst in crypto. I think it will kind of just come and pass. It'll be a bit of a nothing burger, but that's good, right? Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, kind of a quiet day, but some positive things are happening, right? Bitcoin came down a little bit from its recent high, but setting a higher low. That's good to see. Let me know your thoughts. Again, if you do want to trade crypto, you can check out the link underneath the video to BYDeFi. There you can start trading in just a few minutes. Obviously, like I saw someone point this out, saying that I'm such a great trader and I never show my negative trades. I do have negative trades, right? I am not up on all my positions, right? But if you do this long enough, yeah, you'll probably do quite well over time. This is actually my newest platform, and yeah, I am down on some positions. I'm up on some positions. This one's so tiny. I just had some dust left in my account, but I'm up on some, I'm down on some. But yeah, across other platforms, right? Like Blowfin. This is where I have some of my longest standing positions, just because I've been using Blowfin the longest. I didn't know about BitFi way back in the day. I'm up like 500%. I've taken so much profit on these positions over time. Like some of them I've taken 5 figures worth of profit on. So if you do this the right way with low leverage over time and you buy in when we have weakness, right, you can do quite well. Some of these positions I think will turn back around pretty quickly, and we've already taken profits from a lot of these in the past too. So these are just kind of some ones that have, I am down on a little bit. But that's why you allocate a small portion of your portfolio, right? I'm never going to get every trade correct, and that's not the goal, right? The goal is to be right more than you're wrong and to take outsized positions on the winning side, right? Let me know your thoughts. Again, you can start trading on BYDeFi underneath the video. If you want to check out BTCC as well, we have this $1,500 USDT giveaway. You can check that out. It's also in the link tree. Check out the Telegram. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.